So friends, it's pretty clear. Special Counsel Jack Smith is getting after it. We just learned that he served a federal grand jury subpoena on Ivanka Trump to testify about daddy's crimes, and her husband, Jared Kushner, to testify about his father-in-law's crimes. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kushner here. So friends, Special Counsel Jack Smith continues to move at light speed. You know, he seems to have a real take no prisoners approach to investigating. Well, that is, until he begins taking prisoners. Here is the new reporting in the New York Times. Headline, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump subpoenaed in January 6 investigation. Former President Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka and his son-in-law Jared Kushner have been subpoenaed by the special counsel to testify before a federal grand jury about Mr. Trump's efforts to stay in power after he lost the 2020 election and his role in a pro-Trump mob's attack on the Capitol on January 6, 2021. The decision by the special counsel, Jack Smith, to subpoena Ms. Trump and Mr. Kushner underscores how deeply into Mr. Trump's inner circle Mr. Smith is reaching and is the latest sign that no potential high-level witness is off limits. Both, Jared and Ivanka, testified before the January 6th House Select Committee, appearing for videotaped interviews in which both provided memories about the day, January 6th. The committee, in turn, repeatedly played clips of their testimony at some of its public hearings. One clip that got considerable attention showed Ms. Trump making clear that she accepted Attorney General Bill Barr's declaration that there was no evidence of widespread fraud in the election, despite Mr. Trump's repeated claims otherwise. Mr. Trump was infuriated by the clips and what was said in them, according to people in contact with him. Friends, think about this. Jack Smith was appointed special counsel just about 3 months ago now, November 18th. And already he has subpoenaed a former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence. He subpoenaed a former Chief of Staff to the President of the United States, Mark Meadows. He subpoenaed Donald Trump's former White House counsel, former deputy White House counsel. He has subpoenaed a number of Donald Trump's criminal defense attorneys, and now he's subpoenaed Trump's daughter and son-in-law. And when Ivanka, for example, is presented to the grand jury investigating the crimes of her daddy, Jack Smith will get to quiz her, question her, grill her on topics such as the following. Remember this from the January 6th Select Committee hearings? Ivanka Trump recalls father's final January 6th call with Mike Pence. You're a wimp. Ivanka told her chief of staff on the morning of January 6th that she heard her dad have an unsettling conversation with Pence during which he called him a pussy. And friends, let me tell you, putting that kind of evidence before the grand jury, investigating Donald Trump's responsibility for the insurrection, for the deadly attack on the Capitol, is a big deal. Why is it a big deal? Because Donald Trump's own daughter is going to present sharply incriminating testimony, proving that her father was waging a pressure campaign against his own vice president, trying to get him to join Trump's conspiracy, trying to get him to commit a number of federal felonies. Donald Trump was berating and belittling and pressuring and threatening and mocking and deriding his own vice president, trying to convince him to go to the Capitol on January 6th and violate the law, violate the Electoral Count Act. Donald Trump was trying to convince his vice president to go to the Capitol and obstruct the official proceedings, a federal felony, the official proceedings of Congress certifying the election win of Joe Biden. And when your own daughter, your own blood, testifies against you, what, is she going to be accused of having a bias against Donald Trump? That is going to be some of the most powerful, some of the most sharply incriminating testimony, and it's going to come from his own daughter. Yeah, that's a big deal. You know, the more we see of Jack Smith, he really does seem to be a without fear or favor kind of prosecutor. And it becomes pretty clear, based on everything we've seen, based on all outward appearances, that to Jack Smith, justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay tuned, please stay safe, and I look forward to talking with you all again soon.